But now it's time for Triple Draft. Triple Draft is here. This is the last time we're going to see Triple Draft. Forever.
Maybe forever. Who knows? Who knows?
Forever. But we're going to get into it. I'm assuming Ken Tsumeshi for Fav Gaming.
Certainly.
If it is, and Ken Tsumeshi does win this, Fav Gaming will be one set away from winning it. But obviously,
3-0 in finals? No way.
I mean, but WEDGM do not lie down, especially when it comes to those 1v1s. And you look at the Triple Draft, Higher has an 80% win rate, but only 5 games on record. Solomon has 16 games on record with a 43%. Just go look at Ken Tsumeshi. 17 games, 64%. It is his. No one else in Triple Draft is as good as Ken Tsumeshi.
Higher with less games, yes, but we have to take into a situation where Ken Tsumeshi has been basically drilling down this mode himself alone, and the reason why Fav Gaming was able to finish so many games in 3-1 started with Ken Tsumeshi.
So it's going to be Higher here from WEDGM. Higher in Triple Draft, boasting a 80% win rate, 4-1 as we saw before, and it is going to be Ken Tsumeshi, who has played a ridiculous amount of Triple Draft games and still maintains a win rate that is 60%.
Triple Draft. Keep your eyes closed, guys. Keep your eyes close to the match and open, because might be the last time. Who knows? In competitive Clash Royale.
So Higher's 4-1 comes from 2 games against B-King and 2-1 against Benzer Riddell last week against Kicks. But Ken Tsumeshi lost to Solomon before in Triple Draft, beat D-King, beat Lil Chen, lost to Line, beat Solomon, lost to Line again, beat Tengod, and beat Legend today. So who's going to be able to take this one? Both have impressive records. I think Ken Tsumeshi, I would say, is a little bit more impressive because of the amount of games. But we're going to see what they pick. There is a bandit into the Goblin Cage.
Let's see the conditions for both. Yeah, with the Dark Prince, you can assume it's going to be somewhat Brit spam from Higher.
But this is Triple Draft, so it could literally be anything. Baby Dragon played at the back. Bomber, that means we do have tank support, which means we could see... Oh, the bandit is there as well. Okay. Firecracker from Higher.
Yeah, the anti-air, cheap anti-air from Higher, both not revealing spell until that arrow. Here comes the Hog Rider. Firecracker from Higher. Not a bad choice.
Yep, something to support him. Fisherman is going to help activate that King Tower there. That's something we don't get to see much anymore. Do miss the Fisherman in the meta. We don't see him anymore. The Royal Giant from Ken Tsumeshi, and with the Fisherman behind, he could pull any units like a mini P.E.K.K.A away from it. So a very good combination of units there with the Fisherman and the Royal Giant. One hit from that RG is all Ken Tsumeshi is going to get this time around.
Not bad by Higher. Has to go through that cage. In Hog Rider, you win condition, but still, I think you have to rely a lot more on the Firecracker. But with the defensive arrow, which Ken Tsumeshi is going to lock on every single time. Yeah, Higher might be having a tough game.
Yeah, I mean, with the arrows right now, there are no other good targets except for that Firecracker. So you can hold it, you can save it for that. And then if Higher does have something like a minion horde, or he has minions, or anything like that, we have the arrows to go down on that instead.
Good snowball. Led into one hit from Hog Rider on the left. Higher wants more than that from spending 6 elixirs for that.
There's the poison. Nicely played. Not predicting, but knowing how far back the Firecracker is going to go, and puts it right in that sweet spot where after one shot she ends up deep in those poison
RG
wells.
back to back after the bomb tower slowly reaches the tower.
Look at that left. The Brawler getting work done. Brawler is insane. It does so much damage real quick to a tower.
Fireball locked and ready. Goes to the tower. Brings the bomber down. And Hog Rider still getting a hit. So not bad for Higher.
There's a firecracker this time from Higher. Will Kensumeshi find the poison opportunity here or just decide to let it go there? The arrows breaking the Dark Prince's shield.
Switching to the right all of a sudden now Fisherman. Yeah, great D with that cage. And the Brawler gonna make short work of that Hog Rider.
Yep, there is the bomb tower. Just shutting it down, making it hard for this Royal Giant to connect. It is going to get one shot only, but the Inferno Dragon is lost in the middle of nowhere. Oh no, it turns around and connects, and that's going to get a big amount of damage in. 514 remain.
That was about 500-600 damage just by the Inferno.
It looked as though the Inferno was going to be completely useless, but everything moved away from it a bit too quick for its tracking to kick in, and it connects onto that tower. One hit, 2 hits is all it takes, and Kensumeshi takes the first game here in the triple draft.
Kensumeshi rising up to a god tier in triple draft. I mean, he was close.
Somebody check his device for hacks because he is drafting like an absolute god.
His IQ must be like his memory skill on those possible cards are absolutely insane. And to bring down that RG to open up. And when there were more chances on the left after this Brawler basically cracks all the rocks onto that tower.
Yeah, and that was the switch for Kensumeshi. Before that, he was
1134.
only down the right. That got it to about 500. Yeah. So about 500 damage. Insane. The Inferno Dragon should not have got that much damage. Not that it was bad play by Higher. You'd assume that the Inferno Dragon would be distracted long enough.
Yeah, sometimes the Bandit, yeah, when it dashes, it cannot be targeted. So and then after the dash, it moved away when the tower was actually closer to the Inferno. So that was a lock, which Higher might have thought, but I'm pretty sure he was willing, even if it connected, he was willing to take some damage. But 600 is just way too much at that moment.
Way too much. Fav fans, they're probably going crazy right now. It looks as though they're going to be 2-0 up against WEDGM.
Almost there.
But I would recommend you calm those temperaments. You calm the celebrations now. Because the last time these two teams played,
reverse
Fav
sweep.
went 2-0, and then the 1v1 happened, and WEDGM won. So still be hesitant. Don't premature celebrate right now. But it's looking good so far.
Pretty sure they can't sit on their chairs. they're standing up cheering for the team. Same for WEDGM. I mean, they were waiting for the finals. King of the Hill, well, we've had a lot of history where they still lost King of the Hill and also triple draft. But 1v1 is their strength, the best of threes. That has been the power source for them even during the regular season. So there are any type of potential there. It is best of 5 for a reason. And the best esports score always reverse sweep in a way, but still Higher. You can bring it back in the triple draft. Kensumeshi seems like a god right now.
But gods bleed, G-Clef. Gods bleed.
We'll see if Kensumeshi bleeds or not. He seems like he's on a god tier. Like his spell choices today, just absolutely crazy.
The arrows.
Yeah, even against the freeze before this match, and Wanga having that fireball. Maybe the flying machine was one of the flying machine or the Royal Hogs. Magic Archer were the choices from Kensumeshi, and did not choose any of those.
Only Line has beaten Kensumeshi twice in triple draft.
Line's gone.
He's gone. The one weakness, the kryptonite of Kensumeshi is already out of the tournament. I mean, Solomon has beat him too, but that was very early in the season. So we're going to get into game 2 here of this triple draft. What are we going to see? Are we going to see an Elixir Collector? Are we going to see the pump?
Royal Ghost. I'm feeling it.
Feeling it? I don't. I do not feel the Royal Ghost. It's in a very contested location with the Miner, the Dark Prince.
We'll see. Yeah, Kenzumeshi's Fisherman certainly helped a lot against those Hog Riders. Look how quick the man is before 11 seconds.
Got to admit, I do miss Fisherman in the meta. He was just one of those cards that was fun to watch.
Yeah, RG Fisherman was actually a good deck.
No, but it was a pain in the... Yeah,
Still,
it was
there
a
are
pain
some
to go against.
Fisherman Masters up there.
Somewhere. Okay, it is
Instant hog.
Hog Rider from Ken Smeshi, Dark Prince in retaliation, and the Barbarian Barrel as the small spell here for hire.
Let's see if Ken Smeshi has that Earthquake, or the follow-up spells to that Hog Rider, or even the poison's not also too bad.
We're going to see, we do have the tank support.
We do have the meta deck from hire doing the triple draft. Oh, Goblin Giant to push it through.
Yep, Goblin Giant Night Witch is the uglier cousin of the Golem Night Witch that we see in the Giant Night Witch, but it still works.
So if hire had anything like a poison or a lightning, I think he would have used it just now.
I think it's still a bit early, perhaps.
He had enough elixir. Maybe it is too early.
You don't want to
go down that way.
Yeah, you don't want to overcommit this early in the game. And the Inferno Tower is going to be a pretty good answer to that Hog Rider for hire. So how is Ken Smeshi going to find a way through this? The cannon card connecting could be integral to Ken Smeshi because you can't rely on the Hog Rider once the Inferno Tower is there. But the cycle seems a bit heavier on higher side, so he's going to find it difficult to get back to something like the Inferno Tower, but the Ice Wizard is also there.
We'll see. Ken Smeshi has some counter card. Arrows, it doesn't reset, but still the Dark Goblin outranges the Inferno. So if that comes the case where Dark Goblin survives for a long time, then he can have his own game and a minion horde.
A card that we do not get to see all too often. Minion Horde is kind of a very out of favor in today's meta and has been for a long time, especially with cards like arrows. But in Triple Draft, when you have the arrows, what is your opponent going to have? You probably know they don't have Fireball because you would have seen that.
And just waiting for the big spells from both players, and one more from hire.
Another Night Witch played at the back. There is the Dark Prince. Expect the Goblin Giant to be at the bridge to stop that cannon card. There is a poison. Dark Prince is going to break through with the Dark Goblin at the back.
Yeah, Minion Horde actually working so well because Ken Smeshi, he holds the arrows. The key card against those Minion Horde. Now the Dark Goblin survives.
I mean, one of the problems that Ken Smeshi, that hire faces is what is he going to get through this defense of Ken Smeshi? There isn't much he has that can pierce it from what we've seen so far. Is Lightning one of the spells? Is it Rocket? What's the other card he's missing? Like, there's just so many things.
EQ. Raid against the bomb tower, was waiting for that moment of the building. But Minion Horde actually becoming such a great tool in defense for Ken Smeshi right now.
Yeah, and the last card is Hunter, which luckily does stop those cannon cards, but no Inferno Tower this time to stop that Hog Rider. And finally, Ken Smeshi gets a Hog in the face of a tower, and it is going ham. 1370 done to that tower. Hire has a very difficult task of building a push against... Yeah, I mean, he has barely anything that shoots up.
That's the problem, and the main problem are the spells. Bar Barrel, Earthquake, no air defense at all, so Ice Wizard has to do all the work. Now even the Dark Goblin has to be defended with the Barbarian Barrel. Okay defense, but still takes a poison damage. We're ticking to the final minute of overtime. Can Ken Smeshi take this 2-0?
Well, we are in that triple elixir, and you gotta commend Ken Smeshi for bringing that Minion Horde, assuming your opponent would pick the Bar Barrel and the EQ. This is just phenomenal deck choices again for Ken Smeshi when it comes to triple drafts.
Still doing a lot of work, Minion, to get the Horde down. Even spent the Hunter in a offensive mode. Hire put in a lot for that attack, still close to no damage other than the Earthquake.
Yeah, this time the Inferno Tower is going to get down to stop that Hog Rider. But what's going to stop the Dark Goblin? It is an Ice Wiz.
Yeah. Usually shoots 2, even with 1 HP. Sometimes 1. Depends on how you reach the tower. But Ken Smeshi ready with that charge from the Prince, already down to 1/3 on that Goblin's Giant. Still the Minion Horde pretty strong, keeping that Dark Goblin alive. The cannon card's there for defense.
Well, what's going to stop Dark Prince? Just stopped shy. There's the poison. Ken Smeshi seals another triple draft victory with that poison. 0-2. What do you have to do to stop that man? That's the second victory he's had today. Second 2-0 in triple draft.
Kenつめし doesn't bleed in triple draft.
Those
Proven.
losses were a lie.
Proven minion horde. I mean,
You gotta respect the choice. You look at what your
Yeah.
opponent has, you see the bar barrel, you see the EQ, you know your opponent's gonna go for it, you pick up that minion horde. That is triple draft. I don't know. Psychic powers? I don't know. The guy just knows what you're gonna pick.
especially when you